Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 411 Sports World Show, Crossing the Lines edition. Today is November 18th, 2021. He is the calculator. I am Mr. 411, and we're heading to week 12 of Crossing the Lines. Are you ready, calculator?
I'm ready, Mr. 401.
Man, I know you're ready to help fatten everybody's pockets, man.
That's what I try to do.
That's right. So, as long as they do the magic things, they will get the magic ring. So,
That's right.
all right, man. So let's go ahead and get ready to chop this up.
All right.
All right, we're here, crossing the lines. Calculator, I know you got to say your famous saying, so go ahead and get it.
Greetings and salutations, Mr. 411. It's another
Uh,
wonderful Crossing the Lines edition.
yes, sir. It is. And before we get rolling with this, ladies and gentlemen, please do three things for us. One, two, three. Please do these things. And calculator, why should they subscribe? Why should they like? And why should they hit that notification button?
Well, as I've always like to say on the show, I'm a capitalist. So I want people to make as much money as they can. And we try to get the best lines possible. So you got to hit that notification button to get it as quickly as possible because lines they can switch one way or another. And if people have there's the term bad beats for a reason, and we don't want people to be on the wrong side of a bad beat because they got the information a little late. So that's why we try to get it to you as soon as we get the information. We try to give it to our people.
That's right. Absolutely. Well stated, calculator. It's only you can say that. All right, man. We have how many games on the slate today?
Got
Seven.
7.
It was seven again, the magic
Yep.
number. So we'll go ahead and jump into the first matchup. It's on the screen, and
Oh
it,
yeah.
it San Diego State and UNLV, the Friday night special. I noticed
I,
that a Friday night special, man.
hey, the people have asked for Friday. They want to get something special. And if anybody watched that Wyoming game last Friday night, they were treated to a well. If you took the calculator's advice, you were on the positive side. As Wyoming, for those who didn't watch the game, Wyoming had a touchdown with no time left on the clock for what we love to call in the industry a backdoor cover. So that's why sometimes it pays to be lucky than good, but hey, we had to arm ourselves with the information to be in that position. So, hey, I'm going to go back on another Friday night special with San Diego State Aztecs, UNLV. Now, for the people, yes, UNLV did us proud. We picked UNLV last week because college football is the ultimate small sample sport, right? It's difficult, always difficult to figure out if what you're seeing is a trend or a brief change in form before inevitable regression, right? Case in
Right.
point, UNLV looked downright solid these past 2 weeks. As I stated last week in the analysis that we did for UNLV, the Rebels were unlucky to start 0-8. There were five score losses in those 8 defeats, and after probably their worst performance in a 51-20 loss to Nevada, they responded with their two best, beating New Mexico and Hawaii by a combined 58-30. It's not a surprise that the books are starting to show them a little more bit of respect, as they've only made them a single digit underdog against ranked San Diego State University. However, San Diego State University is a different opponent than New Mexico and Hawaii. And even though SDSU was lucky to get a win over Nevada last week, they are just a matchup nightmare for the running Rebels. UNLV's Charles Williams, he exploded for 266 yards and 3 touchdowns against what we call in the or we call I called it a jet lagged Hawaii team. Remember
Right.
the kickoff time
Yep.
difference? They were 5 hours. They were still on 9:30 Hawaii time when that ball kicked off, right? And then by the time halftime, they were already double digits down. Guys running crazy. But San Diego State University ranks 16th in rushing success rate allowed and 6th in overall points per drive allowed, and that's in all of college football. And even though the Aztecs have somewhat of a pedestrian offense, I see them at least getting into the 20s in this game. And I really can't see, with such a strong run defense that San Diego State has, I don't see UNLV getting more than 10 to 11 points. This has 24-10 written all over it, right? So that's why I'm comfortable giving up. If that number's still at 10.5, anything under 2 touchdowns, I feel very confident laying the points. But again, as the time of this broadcast, or the time I wrote this up, it was 10.5. So I feel comfortable Friday night giving the 10.5 and taking the Aztecs on this Friday night special.
All right, the Friday Night Delight. Take
Yes,
San Diego State
sir.
University. Take that 10.5. Fatten your pockets.
Fatten it.
That's
Get
right.
your little extra money so you can throw it around on Saturday.
There you go. Can't beat that calculator. All right, let's get to our next matchup. It's a Big Ten matchup.
Oh,
Michigan State and
yes.
Ohio State. This is a rivalry too. So
Yeah, and it's the big noon game of the week. You know, the books were all over this, and while I really like, uh, I just don't feel one way or another on the point spread.
right,
So even though I don't normally take over unders because it burned me again last week because things did not work out in the way I thought. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'm going to go over under, but I'm going to go against the obvious. The total actually opened up at 72.5. Right now, as you can see at the time of this, at the time of our public announcement, it's 67. So
right.
if it's moving down, it's like, okay, that means the public and even some of the wise guys were betting this under. And I can see that Michigan State's want to slow down the game. Ohio State, might just want to get away with a win, but they're at home, so I don't see that. So when I start looking at it, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to go over 67 now, especially since it's come down under the 70 mark,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So the logic is, how exactly is Michigan State going to slow down the Buckeyes? Ohio State ranks first in the nation in scoring at 46.3 points per game and sixth in passing, while Sparty ranks dead last in college football against the pass. Ideally, Michigan State would like to feature a heavy dose of running back Kenneth Walker III and attempt to control the clock while keeping the Buckeyes offense on the sidelines. But it's only a matter of time before Ohio State grabs a two-score lead, and that in turn will first force Michigan State to throw the ball through the air. And that's not necessarily a terrible thing, as Ohio State currently ranks 108th in the country in pass defense. This looks exactly what the Michigan State Purdue game turned out to be, which was basically Purdue kept throwing the ball, kept getting success. Michigan State could no longer rely on their running back, and then they were getting success through the air as well. So I had this actually being a shootout in the second half, especially when Ohio State when Michigan realized they're going to have to score to keep with Ohio State and not play keep away. So anything, hey, and if you remember the Purdue Michigan State, that had 90 total points in that game, and Ohio State is a much more potent offense than Purdue. So if Ohio
Yeah.
State does that part, I think even if it's close to the total, I think Michigan State could get a garbage touchdown to get this over the 67. So, and I think a lot of people are going to see that, and a lot of people are going to start really looking into the underlying statistics in this. Yeah, logic says it's going to be an under because of how Michigan State control the ball, but I think Ohio State's going to control the tempo. So that's why I'm actually picking over 67 in this matchup.
Yes, sir. Take the over. Take the over. And I like how you've been implementing the overs of late calculators. That's some good stuff.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, and also when you bet an over and under, nobody wants to bet an under. You want offense, you want to see, you want to cheer guys. I mean, you never when you have an over, I can assure you, people, you never get as excited on a defensive touchdown unless you have a game that has an over. I trust you, a special team touchdown, you go crazy.
that's right. I mean, come on, and that's
Yeah,
what the sport is designed to now. And
yeah.
across the board in sports, it's about offense. It's about about selling tickets and making it
Hmm.
fun for the fan to view versus a 7-0 matchup, which
Oh
I
yeah.
don't mind 7-0. But I mean, if you pay a lot of money to go to a game and you see 7-0, so all that put together, that
Hey,
scoring a lot of points is great in
yeah,
sports.
Mr. 411. The only thing I like to see 7-0 is when the Braves won 7-0 in the World Series. That's the only 7-0 I like to see.
There you go. All right, there you go. And you are a Braves fan. I remember that.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you're a Mets fan. So I probably didn't mean to
yeah.
bring that up.
Well, thanks for bringing that up.
No.
Thanks for opening up a couple scabs there. But yeah, but congratulations to your Braves, by the way, and winning
Hey,
that championship, the World
we
Series.
World Series. Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, Braves are your team, but you have a team, another one of your teams you want to talk about.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and talk about Florida State
And
Seminoles.
Florida State's my team. I have not hidden that fact at all. But again, I pick money over loyalty when it comes down to giving the people the facts. And the facts is, I know the Florida State Seminoles, right?
I know you
They
do.
just they just pulled off the most incredible comeback win over in-state Miami, and now they have to take all that emotion that they expended, have to travel to Chestnut Hill before facing their other in-state rival next week. They call that the pancake game, right? Where
Right,
it's
right.
right in the middle. Sandwich, there are many terms for it. This is the letdown type match. And hey, you know, I as much as I love watching my Seminoles, the temperature at this game in Boston College is forecasted in 30s and 40s. And
Woo.
those people for Florida State went to Florida State so they wouldn't have to play in that type of weather. And then nobody nobody loves to play in those cold games. So yeah, so I was looking at that, and I just think they're going to be flat. I think they're looking ahead. I think they're going to have a combination of the drag from their emotional win last week, the look ahead that's going to be for next week, and and they're actually favored. Florida State. Once you start getting on the Florida State train, I've been there before. They let you down, and this is such a small spread. All Boston College has to do is keep it close, kick a field goal at the end, and go home. So that's why I'm actually saying I think it's on. Yeah, you're laying 1.5, or yeah, you're late. Boston College. I'm sorry, Boston College is favored by one and a
Right.
half.
One and a half. Yeah.
So yeah, but I think they'll cover. I think they'll win it with a late field goal. By I think I actually. If you think about it, I think Boston College is kind of going to get out early while Florida State is still trying to get that emotion back that they expended last week. But I don't think they'll have enough motion to get them back to the game. Boston College knows how to protect the lead, so I think they'll get an early lead, and I think they'll nurse it throughout the game. And road games are just hard, especially when it's not an atmosphere you're used to with the cold weather turning and everything. So, but yeah, I like Boston College to cover in this game.
Okay. All right. Gonna, gonna take Boston College in this one against your team. But as you
Yeah.
said,
Hey,
got it's about the money.
that's right. And I gotta be real with my people. It's like I do this for you guys.
That's
Hey,
right.
I even though I might have some money on Boston College, I still might be a little happy if Florida State wins on the inside.
Right, right, right. There you go. Right
Yeah,
there in that emotional spot, right there in
yeah.
the
There you go.
inside. All right. Well, man, calculator, we just knocked out a couple of matchups, but now it's time to show a little appreciation to our sponsor, and that's Heavenly
Absolutely.
Spa Mobile. 2484 Ingleside Avenue, Building A, Suite 101A, Macon, Georgia 31204. Latanya can be reached at 4787-479231. The number again is 478-747-9231. Heavenly Spa Mobile, where relaxation is the key.
Yes, sir.
That's right. So we definitely appreciate Heavenly Spa Mobile for supporting our show, and definitely a loyal supporter of our show, major sponsor. So we like to show the love. And guess what? Guess what? Heavenly Spa Mobile. Once again, congratulations to Heavenly Spa Mobile, Best of Georgia nominee,
Hmm.
and they're 3 years in a row, best of the best
Best
in
of the
middle
best.
Georgia.
Hmm.
Right. So if you want to be the best, you want to be like the calculator. You want to be the best. You want to be the best, like Heavenly Spa Mobile. I mean, you're in the place to be right now, crossing the line, so you could be the best that you can be when you're selecting your lines for the weekend.
Yes,
And don't
sir.
forget, calculator, the intro special is only $70. Again, only $70 for the first time clients. 60 minutes, Swedish or deep tissue massage. So you can't beat that. An hour,
No.
man. You can't beat that.
But
You
and
can't beat
like
it
we've
with a
said
bat.
so many times, Mr. 411, it may be an hour of the massage, but it lasts you for a longer time even after that. You be feeling that still the next day. So,
Absolutely. You're absolutely right about that calculator. And you know what? People may be thinking, man, Mr. 411, you're just making all this stuff up. You don't really mean what you say about Heavenly Spa Mobile and things and showing these flyers and none of this stuff is true. But if you don't believe me, listen to Miss Heavenly Spa herself.
Hi, I'm Latanya with Healthy Spa Mobile. I'm a licensed massage therapist and owner. I've been practicing 18 years. If you're in need of any stress relief, tension, muscle, body aches, or just want to relax, you need to get yourself a massage. And please come check me out again at Heavenly Spa Mobile. I'm located at 2484 Ingleside Avenue. And I can be reached at 478-747-9231. Or you may go online to healthyspa mobile.com. I look forward to seeing you soon.
All right. Thank you, Latanya, Heavenly Spa Mobile. All right, calculator. You know what time it is.
oh, it is that time, Mr. 411.
You already
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I know. Yes, sir. And
Jackpot.
that's right. And we got to get the two most nondescript teams to put it on there just to give people a reason to watch.
And here's that matchup
Yes,
calculator.
sir. Old Dominion
Oh,
Monarchs at the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders.
wow. Why is this
3:30 on ESPN Plus.
not ESPN,
Yeah.
not ESPN two, not ESPN U, not ESPN News, but ESPN Plus.
It's got to be a ESPN Plus, my friend. You got to be a subscriber to Disney Plus to get the ESPN Plus package and stuff to be able to see this. But
Yes,
hey,
sir.
the things that I read up on this, just I said, oh, I got to make this my jackpot, and I gotta tell this to our audience, right? Yes, the Monarchs have shown some signs of life the past month. They've actually covered their last three against the spread, possibly working their way back into bowl eligibility if they can win outright after a woeful 1-6 start. But in this recent run of success, a mark of legitimate progress is this a mark of legitimate progress or somewhat of a fluke? The wins over Louisiana Tech and Florida International are hardly signature victories. And last week's 30-16, which was an upset of AFU, came, get this scoring line: 3 field goals, 2
Wow.
safeties, and a return 2-point try.
Really?
Yeah. Try duplicating that next week, my friend. All right. MTSU, on the other hand, is probably a bit better than their 5-5 record suggests. All 5 losses were on the road, and the offense has topped 34 points in 5 of its last 7 after switching quarterbacks. I love the quarterback switch, and there's actually a progression you see, right? And did I mention this game was at home, Mr. 411? The Blue Raiders have covered the spread in their last 4 games at home. I have the Blue Raiders at least a 7-point favorite in this, so only giving up 3.5. I really feel comfortable with it. But again, click that notification button because this
Yes.
line could start creeping up when people see that nice record that NTSU has while playing at home. So yes, take the Blue Raiders. I'm only giving up 3.5 at this point. Yes, it's a little. You could get dodged by the hook, but I have them actually have as a 7. I actually have them as a 7-point favorite on the neutral field, but now I'm getting them at home. That gives me a little bit more cushion. So yeah, take the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders minus
All
three and a
right.
half.
Okay. That's the jackpot.
Jackpot.
And the calculator's been on the roll with these jackpots. So really take advantage
Mhm.
of this one. Take
Yes, sir.
advantage, ladies and gentlemen.
Mhm.
All right. That was the jackpot. That was exciting. You made that matchup a worthy matchup for the weekend. A
Gotta watch
must
it.
see matchup
Or you
calculator.
might get it on your computer screen as it rolls along with the scores. Like, all right.
That's right. So you sitting around and all of a sudden you pop up out your chair, you like, yes. And
Yeah,
everybody's wondering why. This is why, because
that's why.
you picked this information up from the calculator.
Yes, sir.
All right, we have 3 matchups remaining calculator to discuss. So let's get them on the board here.
Yeah. And
Unbel-
this one is actually pretty simple with Marshall minus 15 at Charlotte 49ers, right? Simple and sweet. Marshall has played 5 teams ranked 100th or worse in efficiency rating and is 5-0 with an average score of 40-10. Well, Charlotte is 113th. All right. Charlotte has played only one team ranked higher than 84th in efficiency rating, which was number 55, Western Kentucky, and they
wow.
lost 45-13. Marshall is 39th, which is better than that. All right. Both teams still have something to play for. Marshall is still involved in the Conference USA East race, and Charlotte needs one more win to reach bowl eligibility. But this has 3 touchdowns written all over it, right? So I like this line staying at 15. So I'm going to take the herd. I'm laying the 15 because the efficiencies just don't match up. So I mean, this could be one of those little trick plays from the sports books to get me to bite when I look at the efficiencies. But hey, the numbers don't lie. I can tell you right now, a lot of times when I look at efficiencies, you don't have to look at game tape. You just look at the numbers and go with it because you have the full year to actually work when you can start looking at efficiencies. So yeah, this team's just it doesn't match up. So yeah, Marshall minus 15 on this one.
Yes, sir. Bump what you heard. Go with the Marshall Thunder and Herd.
Yes,
Go with the
yeah.
Thunder and Herd. All right, man. Calculator. I don't know. You're making this one of my favorite teams now. I mean, you keep bringing this team up.
They won't
On
stay
crossing the
away.
line.
They won't stay
I just
away.
don't understand it. I know there's a lot of Dallas fans out there. There's a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans out there, but I'm not sure how many Wyoming Cowboy fans there are. But once again, we're talking about Wyoming,
Hey,
calculator.
hey, Mr. 411, if they keep winning your money, nothing to go with it. But hey, this one, I am calling a smelly line alert. You know my term for the smelly line. This is a line that has no basis in what is going on, right? I really like Wyoming in this spot, even though the line actually opened up at 7 and it already moved down to 6. So the wise guys are looking at this too, because those are usually ones that make those early bets make a line move down. Hey, you may say, calculator, calculator. The Utah State Aggies are 8-2, and they won 5 straight. And I'll say, yeah, you're correct. And then you may say, hey, calculator, calculator. Wyoming has dropped 5 of its last 6 outings. And I say, yeah, you're right. But you know what we always talk about? We talk about matchups when it
Right.
comes to this show. All right. Utah State is 15th ranked in passing attack and will be seriously challenged Saturday by the Cowboy defense that ranks 4th in the country against the pass and surrendering just an average of 22 points per matchup. And I can tell you from the eye test, since I had some skin in the game on last Friday night's game, I actually watched Boise State, Wyoming, and Wyoming was getting after the passer
Yep.
and they were defending. I mean, that zone defense and they do blitz, those zone blitzes and stuff that can confuse young offensive linemen. So I really like that. Additionally, Utah State's 66th ranked run defense should allow Wyoming the opportunity to move the ball via the ground because Wyoming, again, in that Boise State game, they don't care how down they are, they're going to keep running the ball. And their quarterback is a big guy, and he's much better as a runner than a thrower. So I think they're going to control the clock. They're going to keep that great pass defense rested so that they can continue to rush the passer. And hey, they did us good against Boise State, and I'm riding them again. Take the Cowboys and give up the 6 points in this one.
All right. Taking
Oh, I'm
Cowboys.
sorry. I'm sorry. They're getting 6 points.
They
Yeah,
give us
take the
6, right?
points. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got so excited, Mr.
I
Foreman. I
know.
forgot. I'm even getting 6 points in this one. So because
It makes
Utah
you
State
feel.
might win, but Wyoming loves to keep this game close, especially when they bleed the clock with that. They are an excellent run team.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, man. The Wyoming, man. I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
six
Okay.
points, baby.
Another team that's involved with our show a lot.
Usually the other way.
But now
So
it's a little twist to this one,
yeah,
right?
little twist, little
Okay.
twist.
The Rainbows. Let's talk about them.
Yes, sir. Colorado State minus 2.5 at the Rainbow Warriors. Hey, I know I've been picking on my Rainbow Warriors this year, but if Fresno State can attest to, right, there are strange things that happen when you play on the islands, right? Hawaii is one of the best underdog teams that if they're at home and they're an underdog, they make it happen. The Rainbow Warriors are actually 2-0-1 against the spread this season in that role. And as I said on numerous occasions, Colorado State is mediocre at best. The Rams have lost four straight, and they can't even qualify for a bowl game. I think they're going to approach this game as a mini vacation, getting out of that cold, weather, high altitude weather, getting into the nice, fresh. Going to be, working on their tan right before the game. And they're going to come out and hey, Hawaii. I think I'm calling for the outright win. But hey, if the books want to give me 2.5, I don't mind taking some points in this one
Mhm.
because hey, they embrace the role and they got the home field. Just ask Fresno State what happens when you underestimate the Hawaiian Rainbow Warriors at Hawaii. So, hey, I'm taking the 2.5, and I'm taking Hawaii for the outright win.
Yes, sir. There's the pick. The calculator takes Hawaii, and he
Mhm.
says they're going to win outright. So,
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
calling
you
outright
combine
win.
that.
That's
Yeah, you
right.
combine all that together. This is a must take right here. You got to
Hmm.
take it. My goodness, calculator, man, what a show, man. I mean, you was on fire again, once again on fire. Like old NBA Jams game.
Oh,
Heating
yeah.
up. He's on fire.
He's on
So
fire.
yes, sir. All right. Well, if you want to see more of the calculator, you catch us on Crossing the Lines on Thursdays. Right now it's 5 p.m. Every night and then it may be 5:30. It just depends on the things that are going on in negotiations with networks and everything.
Absolutely.
Um, we are in a network bid right now, and so but you're definitely gonna catch us, and you'll get the updates too. But catch us at 5 p.m. on Thursdays for Crossing the Line, so you can get more of this information. The show's also re-air, so
Mhm.
you'll get multiple chances to catch it. But jump on it ASAP, as Calculator said, because the lines can move. So
Mhm.
you want to jump on that. Also, Tuesday and Thursday nights, catch catch the Mr. 411 and several other guests on the Sports Brothers show, and that's at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday and Thursdays. We have a special conversation tonight. I'm gonna leave it at that. There's a special guest on tonight, so if you're out there listening, there's a special guest on tonight. So just be ready to tune in for that. But also, if you want to catch the calculator some more, and who doesn't want to get more of the calculator, so you can, you know, again, fatten your pockets. You'll get a lot of inside information on fantasy football. We're right now into the playoff stretch.
Mhm.
This is a playoff run right here, race to the playoffs in fantasy football. So you want to get that extra information. The calculator is here to give it to you.
Mhm. And as for one, just another thing, I actually had a phone call earlier today from one of our listeners on the show, and he had a question. He said, Ramondre Stevenson or Damian Harris? He asked that question right there. And hey, we answer questions anytime you want to, contact us. We do our best. And I said, hey, I'm a Damian Harris guy. If he's playing, Bill Belichick likes him. And I said, some of the sources I heard is that he actually could have played Sunday. They would have cleared him, but I think Belichick was holding them back because they knew they were going to have a short week, run Ramondre into the
Absolutely.
ground. Harris is going to be fresh against the Falcons, delightful defense. So
And
that's why I said. But see, we like it when our people, contact us. We'll be happy to help anytime we can.
that's right. All you have to do is just contact us.
Yes, sir.
Some people have direct access. Well,
Yes.
not many though. There's,
Not
there's
many.
very few people that have direct access. But if you go to YouTube and you go into the comment section, you like, subscribe, hit
Mhm.
notification, and you put a question out there, we will answer it.
Yeah, and
We
that's why we
will
want
answer
people to subscribe because the only way you can put a comment is if you subscribe. So if you're subscribed, put that question in there, and we'll do our best to answer what we can.
it. Absolutely. Wow, calculator. I thank you for being on. Crossing the Lines, another great show. Can't wait to see you again next week for fantasy football and also Crossing the Lines.
Mm-hmm.
And we thank everyone for watching the show and listening. And we hope that you are going to have a great weekend with your friendly wagers. But for the calculator, I am Mr. 411, and we are out. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone.